Hey everybody, and welcome back to another reaction. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. I'm Dawn, daughter Danny. Tonight we're going to be watching the 1935, don't know why that was in, movie Goin' to Town. You know anything about this movie?
I think I read the thing a while ago, but I don't really remember what it's about.
When I pulled it up, I only know that it has Mae West in it. I don't know who that is. I mean, I've heard the name, but I don't know what she looks like or what else she's been in.
I do.
You do?
I do.
You're familiar?
Yes.
Well, how did we end up? This is not a recommended movie. So how did we end up with
Because I
this?
went down a rabbit hole
Okay.
of, like, I don't remember where I found out her from,
Yeah.
or where I saw her in, but then I Googled her, and I went down a rabbit hole, I was clicking movies, I was like, is this one free? Is this one free?
Trying to find all the free ones on YouTube.
And then I was like, oh, this one's on YouTube, this one's free.
Before we get started, we want to give a huge shout out to our amazing, fantastic, incredible, supportive patrons. You guys are rock stars. Thank you guys so much from the bottom of our hearts. We love and appreciate y'all so very, very much. If you too want to become a patron, the link's in the description. Come on, jump on board. We have tiers of all prices, and we would love to have you join that conga line. But we're hoping also when you join that conga line that you also, if you haven't, will join our subscriber conga line. Why is that? And what are we striving for?
So she can finally dye her gray hair, and so it doesn't look like she has bald spots.
Explain the bald thing
Because it looks so light on you, it looks like bald spots.
Because hence this part, but it's just the way I parted it. But when I had it down one day, I had it parted. It was the gray hair. She thought it was a bald spot. So we need to get to how many subscribers before it gets
1,000.
And we're rounding. We're getting there. So I know a lot of you have viewed our content. So if you're liking it, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button and help me out, please. And I'm not going to go crazy and go out and spend hundreds of dollars for somebody to do it. I buy an over-the-counter hair coloring kit. I have for many, many, many moons. But I don't know. I mean, right now it's down because I'm feeling pretty good about myself. But you said there's a... Huh?
Your hair's not bad.
Oh. Right now I'm wearing it up and I'm feeling pretty good about myself. And yeah, I see grays, but it doesn't look too bad. But she says, yeah, they're there. You said that this is the longest I've gone.
Almost.
Yeah. And I know in a couple of reactions ago, I started wearing the headband, so I'm just feeling good about myself tonight with this hair. So I didn't, but that'll start showing up to cover them. So please help me out to get to 1,000 because this is going to be very torturous for me until I can color it. Please and thank you. You ready to jump into it? All right. Ready, set, here we go. Enjoy.
Come on, gang. Boy, will I tip him over tonight. Bourbon for me.
Make mine scotch.
Beer. A little more bourbon.
Be a shot of rye.
Not beer.
Tequila. Double whiskey.
That sounds all right. Give me a wobble disky. Or a double whiskey. Or a wobble doozy. Oh, give me a Coca-Cola.
But Cleo's plenty popular. You ain't got no claim to take down on her.
I don't usually
You
like the
ain't
bald
married
side,
to
but
her.
it's okay.
Married?
No, I ain't never asked her. Boss, they say that 5 minutes with her and a guy's lucky to get away with his vaccination.
Got it.
What's the matter, baby? Don't you like me anymore?
Sure. I'm just relaxing.
Hey, honey, when I make love, do I make love?
Pretty.
What are you asking me or telling me?
Say you love me, baby.
Why should I?
What excuse is a gal like you for running around single?
I was born that way. For a long time, I was ashamed of the way I lived.
You mean to say you reformed?
No, I got over being ashamed. Okay, what are you trying to do? Flag a train?
Cleo, Buck Gonzalez is downstairs and looking all over for you.
Hello, Cleo. How about a dance?
See you later, boy.
Hey, let's you and I meld into this music.
All right, sizzling man.
Oh, imagine what they think of today's society. If they think that was fast. Right?
She was literally like flat, like not like flat stomach, like she just had
Curves. Just like that. Her curves are sultry like. Delicious beats.
Boys still knocking them over, huh?
Any other dame, I wouldn't give a hoot. Come to you, I'm dynamite.
Yes, and I'm your match.
What are they doing now?
Looking for the keyhole.
If there was music, I'd say they was dancing.
You know, I always took what I wanted. I guess the boys will give me the laugh, but I want you so much. I want to marry you.
Well, that's darn white of you.
I mean it, honey. I want to marry you.
Marriage. That'll be a new kind of racket for me. Whether I do or I don't.
Let him roll the dice on it.
What do you say?
What do you say?
It's a go. Ladies first.
Oh, thank you. Let me get this straight. If I win, I don't marry her, but I get that strip of land on the Delta.
And if you lose, you marry me.
Yes, and I get everything you've got.
Right.
Will you put it in writing?
Sure,
Kind of a win-win
sure.
for-
I
well.
promise. Wow.
Yes. She won.
Took me.
Oh, no, he did.
You're all mine now.
Yeah, more. Duh.
Well, what's happening?
Well. She's got him she's got him tied, roped, and ready for Randy. Or Randy for Betty. She's got him ready.
Oh, sir.
oh my god, those Nellies.
2 weeks from today, Cleo and me are gonna be married.
Well, I'm a woman of very few words, but lots of action.
Oh, who's this characters?
Well, hello, Sheriff. Just in time to join us in a little drink.
I don't drink with a cattle rustler.
I thought cattle rustling was stopped in these here parts.
That's what a lot of people think.
You're gonna marry Buck Gonzalez. How'd you ever get him? Oh, I just won him in a crap game.
Are those city slickers there with them running through you?
Open the gate and stampede these stairs.
Like, wait, you don't belong here.
I came
Oh,
here
no.
from the East 4 years ago. I don't know anything about Buck Gonzalez's outside transactions, but I can assure you, Sheriff, that I've kept the books of this ranch perfectly straight.
Oh, I don't doubt you, Mr. Winslow. Well, I've been foreman here for 5 years. None of us boys know anything about this business.
There's a car coming up the road now. It must be her.
She don't care. She'll stick
Oh,
to her.
Sheriff, awfully nice of you to take a day off to come to
she
my
looks
wedding.
so pretty.
Now, what's the matter with you boys? I thought you were
like
going to greet me
that
with
hat
some
she's
wild
got on.
shooting. You're a tame bunch.
Pardon me, Cleo, but there's a reason. It ain't going to be easy to explain it on your wedding day. I feel sorry for her.
Yeah. May I offer my condolences? It's been a good deal of a shock to us all.
I would think that I would trip on the bottom
I
part
made
of
a
the
bargain and
dress.
I was going to stick to it. Well, I don't keep souvenirs. Maybe you'd like this.
What is it?
It's an agreement between Buck and me. Guess it's the first time he ever agreed with anyone.
Why, that's his signature.
Yeah, he signed it, if that's what you mean. And the sheriff sealed it.
I'm not so sure. This says that in consideration of your consenting to marry him, Buck signs over all his property to you.
Yeah, but he gets shot first.
Well, Miss Borton, after due deliberation, the court has decided that all the holdings and properties of the deceased Buck Gonzalez belong to you. You've acted in good faith, and you've done your best to fulfill your bargain.
Judge, wherever there's a man concerned, I always do my best.
Now, as one of the richest women in our state, Let me advise you to look out for crooks.
You let the crooks look out for themselves.
I suppose I'll have to stay and look after the cattle and the men for you.
Just the cattle. I'll take care of the men.
She'll take care of the men.
Yesterday, no good.
Nice animal.
That's Cactus, the fastest horse in the West. Buck was going to race him this winter.
Whoa.
Just a little gun shy, Miss Cleo. Light him with a firecracker and he'd beat man of war.
Oh, yeah?
Hey, didn't I tell you fellas not to shoot guns in front of that horse? Be all right if they wouldn't scare him. After he knows you better, he'll follow you around like a dog.
Oh, I hope you don't take a notion and jump up in my lap.
I don't know what that was.
Sorry not to bring Mr. Carrington back with me. He couldn't come.
You mean he refused?
Well, no, not exactly that. He objected to coming while he was working on the oil well.
She's funny. But it's like it comes off so like natural.
I want you to pay particular attention to this. You know, I'm leaving in a few days, and you'll have to carry on without me.
Oh, this is the guy.
The company sending you now to Siberia?
No, just Buenos Aires.
Hey, handsome!
Lady's calling you. Yes, I heard her. She wants to talk to you. Sorry, I'm too busy.
He's too busy.
Oh, he wants to be coaxed.
Oh my gosh.
I know what I'm doing.
Oh my good lord.
You possess an extraordinary sense of humor.
Yes, and that ain't all.
But I'm afraid you'll have to excuse me. I'm rather busy for this sort of chit-chat.
Oh, English, huh?
Yes. Do you mind?
No, I rather like it. Give me room, boys.
Put that 10-inch bit into the furnace.
Gonna rope him?
Chit-chat.
He's the type of person who would only be deeply interested in someone in his own social stratum.
Stratum? What's that, something I ain't got?
If you forgive my saying so, there's a certain amount of, well, background that you haven't had the opportunity of acquiring.
Oh, you mean I ain't exactly a lady?
Now, this map represents your entire property. This curved portion is the main body, and this is the undeveloped territory.
She
I'll
doesn't
have to do
care.
something about that.
Oh my god, all this stuff is like sexual.
These shaded areas are those indicated in the geological survey as being oil-bearing.
You amaze me. Quite interesting, quite interesting.
These circles mark the location of the wells drilled to date. As you can see, we've covered the entire field very thoroughly.
Isn't it possible there's something you've overlooked?
Oh my
Positively not. Everything that looked in the least encouraging has been taken care of. And I can assure you that all this property we're getting the most out of.
How can you be so sure?
Look for yourself.
Why, you'd be surprised at the things that don't show up on a map. Release those brakes.
Brakes? I don't know what you mean.
No? Well, you know I was Buck Gonzalez's chase, don't you? You heard of him.
Yes, I knew the bandit.
Bandit? Oh. You're one of those guys with principles, eh? Kind of different, ain't you?
Look here. You can't expect me to be very sociable after the crude way you treated me today.
Oh, I'll admit I was a little crude, but you like me.
I admire your conceit.
I know. You've been used to dames
She's
that
very,
say
like,
pink tea and stick out their little
assertive.
fingers when they drink it.
You're a dangerous woman.
Thanks. You look good to me, too. Come here.
Oh, Suki now. I thought he would run away scared.
Oh, hello, gents.
I'm sorry, Miss Cleo.
Well, that's all right. You guys should
What the
go to
heck
bed
kind of
with
pants
me.
is he wearing?
Now, this kind of stuff is my specialty.
You seem to be having a delightful time at my expense. Would you mind telling me what it's all about?
Oh, yes. You see, these gentlemen and I had a little bet that you couldn't be
Made
made
a fool of. Is that it? Well, you succeeded nobly, didn't you?
His company is sending him to Buenos Aires.
Buenos Aires? Well, you mean down South America, where the races are. I've been reading about that in here. She a lady?
Mrs. Crane Brittany? Yes, I should say that she was.
He'll be finding a lot of them down there, won't he?
Naturally.
Well, he'll find one he don't expect.
What do you mean?
I mean, I'm going to take a shot at this lady business, and you got to help me.
I'll do everything I can.
Lead on, big boy, lead on.
Why, who is she? Why, haven't you heard? You don't say.
Which one of them dames is a lady?
Never point. They're all model ladies.
Da, madame.
500 on Montezuma.
300 pesos al Montezuma.
200 on Bonnie Lassie.
Waiter, give me a shot of
Got
steak.
2 creme de cocos, please.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Vodka.
Vodka? What's that, name of a horse or a drink?
That, madame, is a famous Russian drink. You think of vodka, you think of Russia. And when you drink it, you think of everything.
I don't need vodka for that. Say, ain't that the dame in the magazine?
Yes, Mrs. Crane Brittany.
Who's the bullfighter she's got in tow?
She's not a bullfighter. She's also a Russian. But I want you to understand, there are Russians and Russians.
You don't care for him, huh?
You're right.
Too bad. He looks like quite a gent.
Gentleman.
That's all right. I was just abbreviating.
Handsome and overtails.
2,000 on Bonnie Lassie, please.
$5,000 on Cactus, right on the nostril.
My dear young lady, aren't you a trifle over-optimistic about that horse?
No, honey, I'm just being conservative.
But Bonnie Lassie is a Derby winner.
To me, a derby is just a hat.
We'll find out the difference tomorrow.
That calls for a side bet. Name me a figure.
Of course, if you want to be so foolish, shall we say 10,000 at prevailing odds?
Make it 20 and I'll call it a deal.
That's satisfactory. We'll settle it at the track tomorrow. Then we must be going.
Buenas noches.
Same to you. Hasta mañana.
I didn't know you spoke Spanish.
Don't think I worked in Tijuana for nothing.
There's a certain horse in stall 8 that positively must be kept from running in tomorrow's sweepstakes. Apart from the money I should lose if that horse should win. His owner needs a lesson in keeping her place that she won't forget. Stables aren't far from here. You may decide for yourself what means you wish to employ.
It will be done. But, didn't we speak about money?
The rest tomorrow.
Didn't expect the guy to be there.
Hit him.
Get him.
Hit him on.
Who's gonna hit the horse with a stick? Get him.
Horse like tantalizes the
He got him. Oh, the wrong guy got him.
Silver one.
Bien, madame.
I hope you're satisfied with the guns. Everything else seems to be going smoothly.
Have you heard anything about
Oh, that's
Carrington?
very pretty.
I hope I ain't doing all
Minus
this
the
for nothing.
stuff.
Oh, he's here all right. I've made
Sleeves.
discreet inquiries.
It's more like
Think
a
you'll be at the
coat.
races tomorrow?
I shouldn't be surprised.
I hope you're right.
Yeah, it's a coat.
Those are Senor Alvarez.
How are you, boys?
I'm sorry I didn't get your name.
Everybody loves
Not your
her.
fault. You tried hard enough.
Where have I seen your lovely face before?
Same place you see it now.
There's 1 in a million, figuratively speaking.
She's that much talked about cattle queen, who was going to run Cactus.
Oh, yes, I've heard of her. They struck oil on her ranch. She's worth millions.
Shocking what sort of people have money nowadays.
Mrs. Brittany,
Why are you just from old money?
may I speak to you alone?
Fletcher, I'll join you
See, I
later.
realize that anybody can like.
Get have money and be rich.
That's what I want to explain. Trying to carry out your orders, I got into trouble. I was unsuccessful.
Yes, so I see.
I mean, that's fine.
Sorry, boys, but this is private.
Following her.
Yeah, they love her.
Well, how's everything, huh?
Cactus not sleep last night. Me think him catch cold.
Caught cold. Oh, that would have to happen now. Come here. Listen, I'm not taking any chances around here after what happened last night.
There's an extra bonus for you if you beat Cactus.
Remember you are wearing the Lopez color. Do them honor. Si, senor.
Listen, Laughing Eagle. Remember, you're wearing my colors, so bring home the bacon. Fancy meeting you in Buenos Aires.
The astonishment is mutual.
Yeah.
I love her.
Yes.
She wasn't like rude and mean. Just like she just what she wanted. Yeah, just go for it. Also, maybe she had to be at the time when women were like, you know what I mean? It was harder for them to make a name for themselves.
Thank you. Who are you playing?
Montezuma, of course.
I thought so. Too bad you're gonna lose.
Oh, madame.
I will bet with you.
That's perfect.
Why, don't be foolish, Cleo. I should say Miss Borden.
I know what I'm doing, honey. I should say, Mr. Carrington.
Well, it's your money.
Bravo. You're a grand sport. If I only had the right to lead you to your true greatness.
Yeah, that ain't a bad idea.
It is a great privilege and a great honor to extend to Miss Cleo Borden not only our heartiest congratulations, but also on behalf of true fellow sportsmen, the world over. Miss Borden will like to say a few words to us.
Oh, delighted.
This ought to be amusing.
Ladies and gentlemen, I had a swell speech all figured out on paper for the occasion, but I left it home on the piano. I certainly appreciate you throwing this party for me. And as far as the success of me and my horse goes, all I can say is, we came, we saw, we conquered. Thank you.
When you speak of Miss Borden, be careful what you say.
Don't make me laugh, senor. You are doing pretty well yourself with the rich Senorita Lopez. I suppose her millions do not interest you.
You swine.
Someday you will pay for this.
And I thought you was a gentleman, fighting in a barroom, smacking around my friend.
Your friend, eh?
Yes, what's it to you?
Oh, nothing. Only I pick my friend.
Yes, to pieces. Come on, Ivan.
Because he's a gold digger.
Yep.
Never mind that. I got all the oil I want.
Darling, I just found out that it's you I'm in love with. You are the only one for me after all.
After all, what?
Oh, darling, I love you. I love you. I must have you marry me.
Now, listen, Ivan. You're all right to play around with, but as a husband, you'd get in my hair.
But, darling...
Besides, we're intellectual opposites.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm intellectual and you're opposite.
Natural good breeding for one thing, culture for another.
Oh, I see. You'd like to have my ancestors go over and come back on the Mayflower. Is that it?
No, I'm simply making clear to you what my own standards are and what I'm accustomed to expect from the people I associate
Say,
with.
listen, when you got plenty of money, you can get any kind of friends you want.
You mean parasites, like your friend Ivan,
Now, leave my friends out of this.
Then leave me out of it, too.
I can do that.
Not your friend.
All right, you find me a guy with a good name, blue blood in his veins, and red ink in his bank book, and I'll put a deposit on him tonight.
Well, there's a man not so active, but he's a bachelor.
The legs were beautifully carved.
Where did you get them?
Oh, fit and Hungerford. He collects antiques.
You'd think he'd last till I got him home.
Is he gonna chase him down because he don't have money? So, oh, I thought he was gonna try and set her up with him.
Most likely.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Why not?
Give me that. Give it to me. You've had bad luck tonight, haven't you?
Yeah, they claim me.
Sit down. I came here to make a deal.
A deal?
Yes. The Colton name and social position for a generous fortune.
29, black.
She wins again, Morgan. It's phenomenal.
Hey.
This is the most embarrassing position I've ever been in. I feel like an idiot.
On the contrary, you ought to feel yourself rather fortunate.
Oh, how'd you make out?
Everything's practically set. He's waiting in the next room.
I'll put the finishing touches to him. Come on.
And by the way, I might tell you that he's Mrs. Crane Britton's nephew.
What, that dame? Oh, ain't this a hot coincidence? Lead me to him. You look pretty good to me and all that, but I just want to let you know where you stand.
Well, I think I understand. You're simply buying your way into society through my position in it, and nothing more.
That's short and sweet. I couldn't put it better myself.
All we need now is to settle the details for the wedding.
Yeah, give society something to talk about. Because I'm going to be Mrs. Fletcher Colton of New York, Miami, and Southampton.
And please tell her that with me are Mrs. Plunkett, Mrs. Pillsbury, and Mrs. Cranford.
Okay.
We'd like to see her at once.
Of course. And with Mrs. Britton are Mrs. Plunkett, Mrs. Pillsbury, and Mrs. Cranford.
Why don't these two just get married? They seem like they got a good relationship here.
Positively shocking.
Jeez.
Oh, I think it's beautiful, but I wouldn't tell her. Well, I should hope not.
In decor.
We'll have some tea.
Hey, it's not
no,
like this house I've seen.
Met you in Buenos Aires. I didn't think we'd ever be related.
Speaking of relatives, Mrs. Colton, have your ancestors ever been traced?
Well, yes, but they were too smart. They couldn't catch him.
I don't suppose you'll want to stay in Southampton very long.
And what gave you that idea?
Little Birdie told me.
Birdie must have been a little cuckoo.
I'm afraid you're going to find it rather quiet here, after the way you're used to living.
Don't let that worry you. I expect to put life in the old joint. I mean the old place. Listen, sister. Don't forget, I'm Mrs. Fletcher Colton of New York, Miami, and Southampton.
You! Oh, I'll drive you out of Southampton.
Okay, Fecitas. Bye-bye.
I wonder if they'll ever come back.
After they hear what I'm going to do, they'll fight to come back.
My dear, what are you up to now?
Something I've been planning for a long time.
These have a very close
Yes?
relationship.
What is it?
I'm going to give them some high-class entertainment that'll put another roll in the 400.
Is he also the party planner?
Remember,
Well,
down
he's
here,
like
it's an
a
ordinary
popular
case.
friend.
It requires
Lawyer,
diplomacy and tact.
everything.
Well, I've been a successful private dick for 15 years. If I had my due, I'd be police commissioner.
Well, I hope so.
You arrived from Buenos Aires
She's
this
gonna
morning.
charm the
Splendid, Dad.
detective.
You always were thorough.
You know, of course, that this will be an expensive undertaking to demand a divorce for Colton.
You don't need to worry about Ivan Voladov going through with it. I happen to know what sort of rodent he is.
What is it?
Mr. Voladov is here.
Send him in.
God, the doors
Mr.
back there are
Brass?
huge.
I'm Ivan Veladov.
How do you do?
Or is it just rich
You know
people
Mrs.
doors?
Brittany?
Of course I do. I had the pleasure of knowing Miss Brittany quite
Oh,
well.
this prick.
Send Donovan in. Listen carefully, Donovan. You too, Mr. Voladov.
Me too.
I think I
Mrs.
know
Colton
Mike
is giving an
Cashel
elaborate
looks
entertainment on the Colton
Looks
estate
like it.
on the night of August 17th. I think that's Saturday night. Let's see.
No, that guy, the one who walked, it looked like a knife, and I was like, what?
Yes. Donovan, I want you.
Mr. and Mrs. Pillsbury.
How lovely of you to have included us.
Isn't there some place we can be alone? There are so many things I want to talk to you about.
So many things you'll have to answer for, too.
All right. Where shall we go?
Right this way.
About this IOU.
he's wearing
You promised to settle up with me 2 weeks ago. I must have the money tonight.
Tonight? Why, I don't see how I can.
Well, then, if you don't, I'll just have to approach Mrs. Colton for it.
No, don't disturb her, Rand. I'll get it for you tonight.
How on earth was I to know that you really cared for me?
Couldn't you tell out at the ranch that I did?
Don't you think your method of showing it was a little unusual? Shooting off my hat and roping me like a steer? Do you know you might have killed me?
It was funny, though.
I'll admit I was a little uncouth, but you did like me.
You know I did.
Of her room. Get in there while the entertainment is on, so you'll be there when she gets back.
Don't worry.
And be sure and get her in front of the window so I can see you at the right time.
You will see plenty, my friend.
I was mad about you. Always have been. You've got to believe that.
I didn't say you could kiss me.
Remember you once told me to release my brakes?
Yeah, but why did you wait so long?
Well, I'm not going to wait any longer. I love you. We've got to find some way out of this.
All right, my lord, it'll have to be arranged.
I'm sorry, madame.
How do I interrupt this?
I am so sorry, madame. Vocalize. Warm up the voice.
Oh, yes, honey, that's right. I forgot. We're putting on an opera tonight.
Best of success to you, my dear.
With you here, that'll be easy.
Did she give you the check? No. But I must have it tonight.
I'm sorry, but Mrs. Colton has definitely refused to pay any more of your gambling debts. This is an unusually large sum.
You may tell Mrs. Colton there is no sum too large to pay for the name I've given her.
Even so, I think she's been very generous to you.
That's a very delicate note, madame. I'm afraid you are taking the worst way to get there.
Well, I want to get there in the worst way.
I like that song. This is the dress for
Between the two of you, you're driving me crazy.
Oh, madame! Can I do anything for you, sir?
Yeah, I think
No,
so.
thanks, Thomas.
Right.
Wrong person. And steal from her. Oh my gosh.
Who's there?
He's not even fighting back.
Well, he's holding both of them.
And then of course she'll
Listen, madame, you mustn't scream. Think of your voice. Give me the A, give me the A.
Stop blowing that thing. I know the whole alphabet.
Please hurry, you're on in a minute.
In a minute, well, I ain't ready. They'll have to wait.
They can't wait. They can't stretch the music.
Well, they'll have to stretch it or I'll go crazy. What?
You're on now.
Oh, I'm on, huh? What the hell am I doing?
Oh, please, madame, give me the A. Give me the A.
I was trying to get her to sing.
Oh, show us some stuff, misters.
It's so funny. She has all the guys half naked.
Yeah.
He insists that he must have that money tonight.
Expensive husband, huh? All right, give it to him, but this is the last time.
Very well.
What is it, Tahoe?
Come quick. Mr. Colton, him hurt.
He's what?
Yes, lady. In your room.
He's all on edge. Two of her husbands have died. Been shot.
See if there's any money in his pocket.
She knows already. Ivan Volodov.
No money, lady.
Wait outside the door, let no one in. Oh, so that's where you're hiding.
Oh, no. I'm not hiding. I just came to pay you a visit.
Yeah, and left your calling card.
What do you mean? I don't understand.
Well, come here and I'll show you.
Like, really, you don't know
Oh,
you're dead, sir.
All right, I'm going to stay. And I'm going to tell everyone you did it. I saw you.
Why, you low-down sneaking...
And if you want to save your life, you better come with me.
Take your filthy hands off me. Let me go, ticket.
Oh, he just flew at him.
He's doing what he has to do.
Yeah, he'd be fighting everybody for her. Oh, Lord.
Come on, don't let him get away.
He's got punch. You're making him chase him.
Mr. Colton,
Yes.
Whose gun is that?
Why, I think it's mine.
That's all I want to know. This is murder.
You're not insinuating that I did it.
You'll have to tell your story to the DA.
Oh, jeez. Was he
Tell
there
you, when I
the
first
fight
came
was?
into this room, he was lying there just as you see him.
Yes,
He's a police,
I know.
Is that the guy they told?
I'm thinking so. I can't remember his face.
Don't let anyone out of this house. Right. You search the grounds.
What has happened?
It's Mr. Colton.
What has she done to my nephew?
Well, madam, my theory of the case is murder.
Murder!
Don't let anyone in here.
Very good, sir.
Why didn't you listen to me? Swore I'd drive you out of Southampton. And now you've killed my nephew.
I wouldn't be too sure about that if I were you.
Well, you want to walk or ride, lady?
I never walk when I can ride, and when I ride, it won't be with you.
You're coming with me.
You're not taking this lady anywhere.
Here's the man you want.
Huh? And we found the Indian over him with this knife. We tried to make him talk.
You killed Colton.
It's a lie. Colton shot himself.
We'll let the courts decide that.
Are you double-crossing?
I didn't know it was your horse. I needed money. She paid me to do that.
It's preposterous. The man's lying.
You are lying. You also paid me to come here from Buenos Aires and help you to disgrace her.
The man's insane.
I believe him. He ain't got brains enough to figure this thing out himself.
Well, I won't be insulted by a person like you.
Now, don't lose your temper. I'll help you find it. You certainly figured a swell way to drive yourself out of this town. I'll let the law take its course.
Let's go.
Who is it?
Don't be alarmed, my lady. It's only her husband, the Earl of Stratton.
Just a minute there.
Did
My
he say
dear, we
your
have to hurry
husband?
or we'll miss the boat.
Take it easy, honey. You'll
She
last
don't
long.
wait too long, does she?
Heidi ho,
Right,
baby,
wasn't
I'm
her
going places.
Oh, yeah, that's
I've
true.
made
Yeah,
my
you're right.
plans.
But I like him.
Heidi ho.
She liked him
was
because he
a
didn't like her.
dangerous climb. But now I'm a lady. Come up and see me sometime.
Okay.
So, I love... Well, what did you think first? Yeah. What did you think? 2 thumbs up. I want to be Mae West when I grow up. I liked this. She was appropriately inappropriate and unapologetically, you know, like she was assertive but not like rude.
She just wanted
Straightforward.
what she wanted.
Oh yeah, and she got what she wanted.
She also wrote this.
Did she really? That's cool. Maybe it's kind of loosely on, like you said that. You said she was sort of like that, like a little assertive. Maybe it's loosely based on, I mean, not her life, but, you know, just like maybe her assertiveness. I don't know. I don't know much about her, if she was married a bunch or anything like that, but
I don't even know what she was married.
2 of her husbands just died and she kept getting their money and money. She was, rest in peace, she's good actress. Her voice, just the way that, I mean, she speaks. I thought she was being, like, overly, like, maybe just overly emphasizing, like, her voice, but you see that's how she speaks.
Sure, that's how she talks.
Yeah. Her voice, her singing voice, her acting, she's beautiful. Like, she just, wow. This is a good movie, though. It was funny. It was, it had a little bit of slight drama with her trying to, like, dethrone her or whatever. But it was just mostly just
I like that.
her being her.
Even though it wasn't so long, it was just straight to the point.
It was. You know, she wanted to work her way up the ladder because he told her, this last guy, what was his name? No, not Kavanaugh. That was his real name. No. Well, the one she ended up with at the end, the one that she like roped and then shot his head off, that he said she wasn't a lady, so then that made her more want to be more ladylike, and I think that's why she wanted to work herself up the. So that was just the plot, and then it just kept rolling like that. But man, her one-liners, like, man, they were good. You know.
Well, she wrote them, so.
That's true. What was the one I laughed so hard at? I can't remember, but.
Oh, tell your family they're gonna need a chiropractor or something like that.
Oh yeah, because something about the backbone. No, it was something else though before that one. I don't know, but no, she was just really quick to like reply back.
Intellectual opposites. Intellectual.
That was so good. I gotta totally remember that one. Yeah, just really, really good. I mean, and the thing is, like, even now, women have to work twice as hard as men and don't always get paid the same, like in that field. But I can't even imagine in the 30s how hard she probably had to work to get this. You know, she wrote it so to get it like, you know, in production. You know what I mean? Being she was a woman, and back then, women definitely didn't have as much. Quote, whatever we'd say, like not power,
she
but
was a tough lady. I mean,
yes,
that was rude to be over. She pushed her way to get.
Yeah, because she had to. That's the thing. She had to, especially back then, like to prove yourself because it was a man's world, you know.
If I'm not mistaken, she got Cary Grant his first acting gig.
Did she really? Wow, man. Wow.
She was like, "Oh, he's cute," and then she got.
So I wonder if she in real life was just like this, like lover of the men.
So
yeah.
People said she was nice, lady, cool lady.
I can't believe Danny was saying that people were saying for the time that she was like fat. It was just because they were jealous.
She's just a curvy girl.
No, she had a beautiful body.
No, I'm not saying like there's nothing wrong with
No.
her. I'm just saying she just had curves.
But people were probably jealous. Maybe that's why she wrote in that one lady, the aunt of, you know, because it was all jealousy, is what it was. Because the lady saw how the men were drawn to her, and it was just her, like.
She was a very confident lady.
Yes, yes. And men are going to be more drawn to that than they are somebody that's just going to be like, you know? Mm-hmm. And you got to show that confidence. And without coming off like, she never came off mean.
Or like too cocky. You know?
No. She never insulted.
She was very secure in herself.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But very like people person. Because some people can be confident, but then they turn into cocky jerks or, you know, or witches. But no, she, like, this one, she just stayed true to who she was, like, the whole way through. Mm-hmm. She didn't try to hide nothing. She was just, you know, yeah, this was good. This was good. Kudos to her, man, like, to write this and to, wow, just really, really good. This is the oldest movie we watched so far. Mm-hmm. I love it. She almost had, like, a porcelain, I don't know, maybe the faces look good. It was in black and white, but
it's
maybe
like
not.
the eyebrows, too. You know?
Porcelain face. I gotta like search her up and see what she like, you know, I don't look the same, but sometimes I wonder in black and white if it kind of disguises some of the, you know, maybe they look more porcelain. But no, she was just a beautiful woman and just, you know, quick. Well, what?
Oh, you started from porcelain face and then you went on. I was yawning.
Oh no, I said she just was beautiful and just talented, like multi-talented. I didn't realize she could sing either. Mm-hmm. So wow, beautiful voice. No, I want to be her. I don't know how old she was in this movie. I would say maybe in her 30s.
She started past 40.
Really, acting?
Like in a film.
Really, so she was in her 40s. Wow. I'd have put her probably like maybe mid-ish to maybe like late 30s, maybe. But no, I want to be her. Like, I mean, I'm decently confident and will speak my mind, but I want to be more like quick on my feet with like, you know what I mean? I just want to be more Mae West. I'm gonna strive to be more. I want to be more Mae West.
7. She was 42.
Really? Wow, she looks good. I'm gonna have to watch. There's a documentary apparently on
There's like a
YouTube.
short one about it said Mae West, and then she didn't want to talk about her.
Oh, I'm gonna have to watch some stuff on her because I'm really intrigued with her now. And her like lawyer friend slash party planner slash everything. I thought, wow, these two, you know.
But she didn't end up with him, the guy that she never
ended up with him. I think they were more like besties. Mm-hmm. You know, where he didn't really put up like not that there was a lot, but he didn't always put up with her shit too, and he just told her straight. You know what I mean? Anyways, anything else you want to say on this?
No, I would like to see more stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have to see what else is out there, or if you guys have any like other Mae West movies that you would recommend, like, yeah, put them in the comments. Let us know, because otherwise we'll have to go on there and we'll see. I mean, movie posters don't always give you the gist of the movie, either. But if there's some really good ones out there, let us know, because again, this channel is all about diverse everything. Like, we don't pigeonhole ourselves, never have. Oldest movie we've seen so far is this one. We'll do any genre, any year, you know. What was I gonna say? I just prefer not to do them if they were maybe in the last. I mean, there might be a couple here and there, right? Well, TV shows we have, but movie-wise in the last 5 years maybe. But there might be.
It was like 2 years.
Or 2 years? You want to keep it at 2 years? Well, I don't know.
I mean, honestly, we can make. Honestly, I don't mind watching the last like 2 years, but I prefer to get older ones.
Oh, yes.
And then.
Well, I mean, there's going to be some occasional ones that are newer, just like we did with the the shows, right? But we're not going to stick with all like newer ones. That's why we want to have the diversity out there, because not everybody's going to maybe like these. Not everybody's going to like, a rom-com or an action. You know, everybody like has different tastes, so we just want to give everybody a variety. So. Anything else?
I don't know. I really like her school.
Yeah, this is a very cute movie. Very, very. And I didn't know going in. I mean, I didn't know there was going to be a comedy. Daddy said, yeah, she's mostly known for her comedy. So, but to know that she wrote this, wow, good job. Good job to you, Miss Mae West. Anything else? All right. Well, again, we already talked about Patreon and subscribing. So, I'm going to hit the bell. All the links to everything you need to know is in the description. I think that's about it. So with that, we're going to wish you good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in your part of the world. As always, be kind. Till we meet again.